All right, so Coach has to do an emergency upload. So our Bills AFC Championship prediction is officially going down in flames in under 24 hours. I think that's record time for Coach to flip flop on a pick, but you know what a hard time he's had with Bills and versus Chiefs. You know who's actually going to win that one because it's just battling for who's going to lose to the Commanders. It's like literally the toughest type of pick you could ever have to make because there's no obvious like former coach or anything like that. So a coach had to really use his melon. All right, and he was really worried about this statue because it's tragic. But then he realized this was 3 years ago, so they've had to have had the new statue up by now. There's no way that the backlash hadn't hit the fan by now, right? They said like right away they were gonna have it done within a year. So this is all well and cleaned up, and they're just getting roasted in the comments saying mannequins are better than this. They actually used the Skins logo, one of the most disrespectful things I've ever seen. Now, Coach thinks the comment sections, and this isn't a thought unique to him, many other people, who make channels or videos like Coach does, they mention this as well, that most of what they enjoy comes from the comments, and 99% of the comments are obviously bots, but then you get the one human, and sometimes even a bot that's like, oh, that was super helpful. All right, so Coach don't discriminate wherever it comes from as long as it helps us. And Coach actually did bet some money on the Bills. I put $10 down at about the $2.50 mark. This is the beauty of the 50 cent method. 5 picks in. I got fucking bored of having to go back in and pick like 4 different teams, put on a parlay. So I was like, screw it. I'm actually going to wait and see how this Notre Dame Penn State game plays out. And Coach took Penn State. Coach really respected Notre Dame in this matchup. This wasn't like a surefire Penn State. The main reason Coach wanted Penn State to win was because they're so obviously cursed. There's no way they're winning until 2086 in Coach's opinion. So that would have been the perfect one to just at that point, if it's Ohio State and Penn State, just absolutely just bet the farm on Ohio State. Now, Coach, he's not off the Ohio State bandwagon by any means. There's no one for him to jump to, right? He trusts Ohio State more than the rest. The Vegas is saying we're by far the best team. The performances prove we've been the best team so far. We got the coach on the hot seat. There is an angle there, but coach is not in love with. I was going to say I'm not overly hungry for it, but I'll be damned if those Bulldogs fans didn't really piss me off. So I do want Ohio State to just really win it, just like because people gave me so much shit for that pick. That's the most shit I got out of all the picks I've made amazingly. Who would have thought Ohio State is the one that gets people to call me a fucking idiot? Even more than Bengals and Browns combined, and both those whiffed, right? Isn't that fucking incredible? So, coach is hungry for Ohio State from that perspective, but it's a certain type of hunger, and it's not as it's like I gotta have these Commanders. It's them right here, right now. If not, there's something fucked with the league. Like dead serious. Like this is the one. It's full on for so like I don't even care about this Ohio State shit. Like honest to God, like I do, but the Redskins hunger is so strong that it's like I lose perspective of like, oh, I actually do want that Ohio State one too. It's just it pales in comparison. It's nothing compared to what we need with this Commanders one. Like this just feels so right. There's so many reasons, but who are they gonna go over? Right? So coach was in the comment section on the obviously most cursed thing the Skins have done this millennium, making this god awful statue. And what do you know? Someone reminded Coach of something. Old salvage Sonic at the bottom. They moved it by the entrance because Jackson Mahomes won't dance on it. And oh, yeah, good joke, buddy. Because that's right, I forgot. Old Jackson Mahomes did his goofy dance on the roped off 21 Sean Taylor logo. Now, the reason I flipped to Bills was because they played the first game, honoring Sean Taylor was against the Bills, right? But there's not ever just one team that's getting on. Like if you're losing the AFC Championship game, you've got all sorts of rituals and stuff going your way, right? And not every little ritual means it's good for a Super Bowl. So you got to like weigh the rituals and that sort of stuff. And that little Bills commentator guy or whatever, ex-coach, who had beef with us, him passing away, and combined with that first game back with Sean Taylor was against the Bills, like that's huge. That's seriously huge, but it's not Super Bowl huge. And we're still talking about the Bills here. And a fifth Super Bowl just seems so awkward right there. They made four in a row. Why would they just, like, if they're going to lose again, have them lose another four in a row. Like, something notable, right? Not when there's no spot for them next year. They just pop up, get obliterated, get the curse on them, go away. It just seems so odd. They're immune to the Super Bowl curse. Why would they go away? So there's no spot for the Bills in the Super Bowl, in coach's opinion. And you do some shit like this. You danced on a Hall of Famer who was tragically murdered at 24 years old, right? And you're the brother of the face of the NFL, also the guy who co-starred with Marcus Mariota in Kirk Cousins in quarterback. There's only three people in that fucking show. Two of them are skinnies, right? So coach says 100% no brainer. Glad I put all those bets in before I decided Bills, because now I'm only out $2 and I still have at least like probably $10 to the good on skins over Chiefs. And that looks awesome. And I still got a couple hedges in now on the Bills, like in case shit absolutely hits the fan, but I wouldn't recommend putting a single penny on the Bills. Coach says they're absolutely toast. I know, like I said, I flip-flopped on this one. You're not going to find something better on the Bills than Jackson Mahomes dancing on Sean Taylor. So this is the official curse prediction. I want this bad. I can't even sell it. It's just like the Mahomes. It's just like the false thing. When I said, like, as big of an Eagles fan as I was and as much as I want the Super Bowl, I ain't even watching that shit if it ain't the Patriots. It better be the fucking Patriots. So with my Commanders, it better be this fucking dipshit with Brittany Mahomes and fucking Taylor Swift. We want these bitches so bad. We want them crying in the Super Bowl for everyone to fucking see. So that's what Coach has. I'm just gonna end it right there.